Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup features two teams who both walked away with a notch in the loss column last week. It's the Riverhogs going up against the Celtic Tigers. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Raymond Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the Portland Riverhogs and the Dublin Celtic Tigers.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Come on, let's go!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
Second down now after the incompletion. And they'll send the slot in motion left. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Set, green, 30. Right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Over! No, check. Patriot!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
He'll return it from the 6. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch here as this offense will come on deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here.
Flex round! Here we go!
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And boy, the payoff was good.
They go play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Shift together here from the D-line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and it's 3rd down. And let's look defensively at the starters.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. There he goes right side. Past the 20. Touchdown. Marquise Lee, 88 yards. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he connects with Vance McDonald. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And we take a look at the starting lineup defensively.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Stephon Tuitt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Big sack on 2nd down. Now the offense needs to convert here on 3rd. They're going to look to throw. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll field this at the 5. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Third and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's pulled in at the 32. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Completed pass on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down as the defense looks for the stop.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. incomplete.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Lee's got it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense, finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. They go play action here on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Now this offense offense ready to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
He'll look to throw. He's nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back here right after this. Now they face a third down after the fumble on second down. They'll come out in the pistol.
Here we go. Black round.
Out of the gun now on third down. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there on third down. 42 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
No gain, and it's second down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside. Because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. Again, we'll see the pistol here. In motion left goes a tight end. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked. The big man. Get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 40.
Any teams left in the league?
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While he gets attended to, we'll step aside. 10 yards to go on 3rd. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He hits White, complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. DeAndrew White, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll open to the right.
Green, 39. No. Check, Patrick.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we will send you back stateside to Orlando and say hello to Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts. That'll bring up second down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a third down.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that play, you're actually working your way back inside towards traffic where the big guys are coming from inside out, whether it's defensive ends or linebackers. And a lot of the time, instead of securing the pass, your eyes might stray towards the middle and wonder where the big hit's going to come from.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Another pistol look here. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
So we've got a 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
This is taken at about the 14. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it And that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Drop to throw, and that is incomplete.
That's a really fine play there, because anytime you see a comeback route, that means you cannot just stay in one spot and make a play on the ball. You've got to move your feet and move with the receiver, and that's exactly what he did.
This is fielded inside the 5. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
What team are you, blue or green?
2nd down now after the pass completion. He'll drop to throw. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Play action, they'll throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come to the eyes get real wide, don't they?
Subscribe to my channel for 3 games.
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. The point after now for Aguayo. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because
you're a Massachusetts moderate.
Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it. In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a cut to the right and some open field here. And touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to take the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now this offense ready to take over again. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
10 yards still left on second down. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
So here we go, a third down after the second down pass completion.
Here we go now.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Fresh set of downs here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room, and they'll hand things over to their backup quarterback and task him with preserving this lead. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the fourth quarter. Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is fielded at the 27. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one, and that'll be good enough for the first. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it a second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They're going to look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong. He's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And now another one thrown incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Aguayo's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding.
Well, anytime it's a toss or a pitch play, it's a battle for the edges. Who's going to control the edge of the line of scrimmage? In other words, Can the defensive guys hold their leverage? What we were always taught was keep your outside arm or outside shoulder free if you were playing on the play side, meaning the ball coming towards you. And anyone coming from the backside, they're pinching down and sliding down towards it to try and keep people kind of locked into one spot. And, boy, what a great defensive play there. Weren't out leverage, running to the football from the inside out, turned into a big loss of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And it's second down.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They had what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Man, just couldn't hang on to the slant. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. On play action, they'll throw. Gronkowski, the intended target, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And it's fielded at the 34. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to float this one deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And what a big-time play there. 58 yards. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead here in the 4th. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they don't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it. 6 points on the board. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
All right, here we go.
The tight end in motion right.
3-19.
He'll look to throw. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you go lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Completes it to Lee. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down and 4. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to fit it into Gronkowski there, and now it's third down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there. Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge fourth down conversion. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now this offense ready to take over again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. Surveying the field. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So here we go, first and 10 now. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He's back to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
Second down following the incompletion. Back to throw. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. A good pickup there, a 22.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. Kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Gronkowski, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Defense showing blitz. Bryant, the lone receiver, left.
Here we go now. No. Check.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. So 3rd and 15 and an extra defensive back in the game now.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They'll look to throw again. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And here now the offense heading back out there. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition, Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first throw here in overtime. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done. Now part 2. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to fit it into Gronkowski there, and now it's second down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 7 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's 3rd down for this offense. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And he fields it cleanly. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And now back out comes the offense. Neither team scored yet. Now we go to sudden death. Next points win this game.
How about the tension right now? It is ratcheted up, isn't it? I mean, now whatever happens, points are scored. That's your ball game. Can't wait to see the defense now. Do they get a little more aggressive in order to not let the team just drive the ball easily down the field?
Gotta be careful, though, right?
Yeah, if you're too aggressive, you just give up something easy and cheap. But some defensive coordinators, they'd rather take a stand that way as opposed to being nickeled and dimed down the field.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly. 2nd down here after the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. A gain of 11 and a 1st down. So he makes the grab and the change move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that 1st down pass.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Donald, 2-5. We'll be back after this. 3rd down now following the completed pass. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So a pressure spot now for Roberto Aguayo. This to win it in overtime. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime then it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Dublin, it'll be a much happier locker room here as they get that first win after 5 straight losses to start the year. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.